Hello and welcome to Talk from Superheroes. Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Rodney.
And I'm Diana McCullough.
And you're listening to Talk from Superheroes, where every week we discuss a piece of superhero television or film. And this week, we're talking about Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
The film version of the TV show. So kind of both.
I mean, the film continuation of the TV show.
Ooh, continuation's a better word.
Yeah, in the same universe.
Yeah, because the show wasn't over yet.
No.
So it was just like a really special episode of Batman.
Yeah, you get it.
It was super special.
You get it.
I get it. We're doing Mask of the Phantasm.
We're doing Mask of the Phantasm.
The super classic Batman
The
movie.
super classic. And we're doing this because next week, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And so we figured we'd honor that with Mask of the Phantasm, which, to my understanding, is the first animated superhero movie to get a theatrical release.
Yes, like a full-length one. There's like 7-minute shorts, obviously, they used to show. But yeah, first theatrical release animated comic book movie.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. They came in hot. The genre of animated superhero movie in a theater came in hot.
And then there was really nothing else till Incredibles.
Yeah, then it kind of fizzled for a little bit.
And they were like, we peaked. We peaked at Phantasm.
Yeah, you maybe should sit a few rounds out.
We came in too hard.
You made the right call sitting a few rounds out after that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rolled real hard, real fast, real furious, real quick. So we're talking about Mask of the Phantasm this week. Next week we'll be talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But this week's episode is brought to you by our wonderful friends. You know them, you love them. It is tpublic.com.
tpublic.com has indie artists. They have incredible designs. They have t-shirts with those designs on them, which is what's the best part.
Tell me more.
There's also hoodies with those designs on them. Phone cases, laptop cases, tote bags, pillows. Get a cool design.
More. Tell me more.
Stickers.
There we go.
Stickers. Put them on anything.
Yeah,
I always end on
you
stickers.
always end on stickers.
I'm a predictable lady. I like to just fucking stick anything.
All right, we're going to breeze right past that. So they have stickers. They have everything. It's all well-made, well-priced, delivered right to your doorstep with incredible and unique designs that are all submitted by independent artists. And when you buy one of their shirts, a commission goes to the independent artist. So you're supporting independent artwork as well as getting a great T-shirt.
It's the best of all worlds. Not just both. I don't know how many worlds there are.
There's
too
multiple,
many layers.
Yeah, there's a multiverse, all of which are being supported by the wonderful shirts over at tpublic.com.
And one of those wonderful shirts, the one I like this week, since we're talking about Batman, is a Batman ugly Christmas sweater design. So it's like Batman, he's frowning, he's got a Santa hat on, and then all like the Christmassy designs are bat symbols and Joker heads.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word ugly to describe this ugly Christmas sweater.
Ooh, what a nice compliment.
Talking about good-looking Christmas sweaters.
So if you're entering a good-looking Christmas sweater contest, we got you covered at tpublic.com.
They got you covered over at tpublic.com. One that I'm liking right now, it's not an ugly Christmas sweater, but it's still cute. It is the Venom symbiote, and going all inky, like pure symbiote, like doesn't even have a host yet, holding a sign that says "Free Hugs."
He's hoping Eddie's going to walk by.
Yeah. You know he wants that hug from Eddie.
He wants that hug.
But he'll take free hugs from anybody.
He will. That's why the sign's there. It doesn't say free hugs for Eddie.
No. But it's heavily implied that he wants Eddie. But yeah, it's a cute shirt with Venom holding a sign that says "Free Hugs." And I like that.
It's super adorable.
Yeah, it's super adorable. And if you like either of the designs that Diana and myself just mentioned, you can check out our storefront at tpublic, that's T-E-E public.fromsuperheroes.com to see the ones we just mentioned or any of the shirts we've ever mentioned on the podcast and things that we just love, recommend, or own ourselves. So go to tpublic.fromsuperheroes.com to see our storefront and everything we've selected, or just go to tpublic.com and look at the whole eclectic selection.
Ooh, eclectic. New word.
Old word, making it new again.
We're bringing it back.
Speaking of bringing it back. Yeah, speaking of bringing it back, we're bringing back Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Let's get into the thing. All right, so we just watched Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, 20 years? How many years later now has it? 25 years after this movie was released.
Oof.
That's a lot of years.
I was happy a second ago, and now I feel like an old lady.
Oh, because we saw this movie when we were young?
Yes.
Yes.
Rude,
But
Andrew.
we were still very young when we saw this movie.
I guess.
We were just children.
I remembered it pretty clearly. Then again, I think I saw it more than once. I also had the comic book version.
Oh, fancy. I remember when this came out. I don't really remember the moment of seeing it, but I remember the moment of seeing a poster for it and like just losing my damn mind.
A poster did it, huh?
Well, because like when this came out, it was at an age when like sometimes you just didn't see trailers for upcoming releases, and there was no online presence, no social media, so it was like you sometimes just didn't hear about things. So there was no build up to be like they're gonna put a fucking animated Batman movie in theaters. And I remember just living in St. John's, Newfoundland at the time, and being in the mall, and the theater was in the mall, and walking past the theater and seeing a poster for a Batman animated movie that I had no idea existed prior to that moment. And the concept of going to a theater to see an animated Batman movie blowing my mind. So like my memory is pretty bad. I don't really remember seeing the movie, but I remember seeing the poster for the movie and having my world shattered because I had no idea that this existed or could exist.
I mean, it didn't exist though.
Right.
It's not like you'd missed out on all of the other animated movies.
Right.
It was the first time. You deserve to have your mind blown.
And it was.
It was.
It was adequately blown.
Adequately blown. I didn't really get that experience because I didn't see the theater or anything, or the poster or anything. We have a very small one theater in my hometown. They weren't going to show Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
They should have.
I'm not saying they made the right call.
Yeah. Okay. You're not defending them, but they made some hard choices.
I actually saw it like kind of by accident. We were just at the movie store, and like my mom was like, "You like Batman, right?" And I was like, yeah, and we thought it was just episodes of the show on VHS.
Right, because that was also something that they would do a lot. They would clump together like 4 episodes as a mini arc and then package it as a VHS movie or whatever.
So Mom was like, here, this is your weekend. And I was like, this is just one long... What's the twist?
Yeah.
I just remember the twist so clearly.
Right.
I fucking loved it. Anyway, we didn't say the thing.
Did you like it?
Oh, so goddamn good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I can't believe it holds up after all this time. Andrew, did you like it?
I really liked it. Yeah, it holds up after all this time. I think it's more important than it is entertaining. Like, I think it's a really important story for Batman, and it's something that's not often explored, and it has just some strong, powerful moments and some interesting themes. I don't know if I was wall-to-wall entertained the whole time. You know, it's one of those things where, like, I'm watching it and I'm like, this holds up. It is good. I respect this. But if we weren't covering it for the podcast, I don't know if it would be, like, a pleasurable way for me to spend an afternoon watching it. It's something that I recognize is good and well-made, but I don't know if I had fun.
I don't think you're supposed to have fun with this one, though.
Right.
Like, it gets fun when the Joker shows up. The very last fight with Joker is very fun. But I like agree and I kind of don't. Like, it does feel important, and it just feels like a good Batman story and a good Bruce Wayne story and a great exploration of both those characters.
Right.
And it's just a real good story. Like, it's not one I need to watch every week because, like you said, it's not a lot of action, not a lot of laughs, but it's such a well-crafted story that I have huge respect for it. And I like watching any story where I'm not, like, throwing popcorn because of bad plot points.
Yeah.
Any story that I'm like, no, plot holes!
It is tightly made. Tightly made.
Yeah, there's no bullshit in this tale.
There might be a couple pieces of bullshit, but no major. We'll get into the bullshit, but there's no major plot holes.
Guys, if it wasn't our job to point out the bullshit,
we wouldn't point out the bullshit.
we wouldn't do it.
We would just let the bullshit go.
But we gotta call out a little bit of bullshit
we gotta
later.
point out some bullshit a little bit later.
We're gonna get to the bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, love it. Such a good story. Just such a good story.
A really good story, and this is, I think, one of the few Batman stories that's a story of Bruce Wayne. Like, it is not so much a story of Batman. Not until, like, the last fight scene with the Joker did it feel like Batman to me. This felt like a Bruce Wayne story about who Batman could have been and the tragedy that is Bruce Wayne. It's something that is shed the most light on the character of Bruce Wayne since the death of the Waynes. Like, this is the only thing that I think really highlights who he is as a human being outside of the cowl.
I get that, yeah, because I think a lot of times when I think of Batman, I look at Batman stories, I don't feel like bad for Bruce. I'm like, he's doing what he wanted to do. He wanted to avenge his parents. He's beating up bad guys. He's living the dream. But in this one, when you just see him like break down at his parents' graves, like, I didn't plan to be happy. And you're just like, oh shit, dude. You are complicated and you are a tragic figure, not just in the way that your parents were killed.
Yeah, him begging a tombstone to release him from his promise was one of the most heartbreaking Bruce Wayne things, because he is a character, and I feel like anybody who's watched a lot of Batman stuff know that he's a character who eventually, and pretty soon into his career, begins to view himself as Batman. He is the antithesis of Superman. He is Batman, and Bruce Wayne is a character that he plays, as opposed to, you know, the antithesis of Superman, where he is Clark Kent, and Superman is what he is the character he plays.
Superman is Clark Kent without glasses. He doesn't really play a character. Let's be real.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Superman has no character, and Batman plays Bruce Wayne. I think, to me.
Yeah, and this is the first time where it felt like Bruce Wayne wasn't a character for a couple of moments of vulnerability, where it was not just a shield or a lie that he puts up with. And it was also interesting to see some of the juxtaposition as well. Like, one of the early on scenes is him at that party at Wayne Manor. And he's got like a woman on each arm as he's pretending to be Playboy Bruce Wayne, and then another woman comes up and throws a drink in his face.
Classic Bruce.
And then he goes into this other room to have a quiet moment by himself after Andrea has been brought up. And in this moment, he's exhausted. Like, playing the character of... And we see this moment where playing the character of Bruce Wayne is exhausting him more than being Batman and fighting thugs in the streets are. It's emotionally destroying him to play the character of Bruce Wayne. And then we get this flashback of this brief moment when it wasn't a character and it wasn't exhausting for him to be Bruce Wayne. And that, I think, like, makes it so much more heartbreaking. And then when we cut back from this flashback to him in present day, still in that room, and Alfred opening the door, and Alfred's like, Betty is on top of the piano or whatever her name was. And we just hear a voice being like, Brucey, come on in here. And he's just like,
gotta put on my other mask.
I gotta put on the thing that actually exhausts me, which is being Bruce Wayne. So it was really good juxtaposition of showing when he enjoyed being Bruce for a minute.
And again, it was part of the tragedy, but also like just the smart storytelling of like weaving the love story into the origin story we know, because the origin story gets boring. We've seen it so many times. Yeah. But this is like a kind of a different take on the origin of like the moment where he had to choose between the two, but he hadn't completely devoted to Batman yet. It was so interesting to watch. And also, like, it's just watching Bruce pick up a woman at a cemetery is just so Batman. like, you don't really think about it when it's happening, and then you're like, oh, they met at a cemetery. Yeah, that seems pretty Bruce.
Yeah. It was just like, your mom's dead too? Nice. What's up? What's up?
Yo, will you go to college with me? Yeah. But the fact that they meet in college before he's Batman also puts so much legitimacy into the relationship. Because every other time I watch a Batman romance story, it's always like, oh, Selina's Catwoman, so maybe she's playing him. Or like, this lady's probably tricking him. Or this person just wants her money. But like, meeting someone who's also rich before you're Batman, like, it's just a genuine relationship. You trust it completely. And then the, spoilers if you haven't seen this movie, the twist at the end that she's the Phantasm, like, genuinely gets you.
It's a considerable surprise. It's actually hard to see coming. Like, it's hard to remove myself from knowing that going in, rewatching it. But I think they do a very clever job of hiding that twist.
They do a really good job. Like, even the little thing of, like, the Phantasm voice is her father.
Yeah.
Which, you can explain away that she changed her voice modulator to sound like her dad in, memory of her dad. So you're like, okay, the dad is the Phantasm, or one of these other mobsters we've met is the Phantasm. Mm-hmm. You really genuinely, not for a long time, think it might be her, even though they seed in that she knows martial arts in that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. They seed in that she knows what she's doing, that she's a tough character, that she knows how to fight. So, like, they Snowman Baby, they give you all the clues.
They give you all the clues, and they rely on kind of your inherent, sexism to not think it's her. But at the same time, it's the most, non-sexist movie I've ever seen.
Right.
She's just a straight-up badass. So, you're just like, man, this character is badass. They're killing mobsters. They're fading away into dust and smoke. And then at the end, you're like, ha-ha, it was a lady.
Yeah.
You were cheering on a lady. I like that twist.
It's wild that in the 25 years since this movie, other movies, in the past couple of years, have started trying to do that twist and aren't doing it as well as Phantasm.
Oh, who else has done it?
Solo, spoiler warning for Solo.
Okay.
When Solo was like, but what if the bounty hunter was a lady? You were just proven sexist by the sexist provers.
But it's like a lady we've never met before.
Yeah, so I'm like, why the fuck is...
This reveal was so much better.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's the only lady in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally the only female character was the Phantasm. And I absolutely love... watching the movie feels so empowering when she's just, murdering mobsters so easily. And I'm like, you get it, girl.
Get it.
You fucking murder that guy.
Get it.
No one's being sexist towards you.
So there are a couple things that they throw out, though, to throw us off the trail of her that in retrospect don't make a lot of sense.
Hit me.
Like the very first murder, the very first mobster murder. So first scene, there's a mob meeting, Batman smashes through the window, which I fucking love this version of Batman, that he is completely stealthy until he is in no way stealthy at all. Like, he's lurking in the shadows. He's on other rooftops. He's like, I'm going to get the drop on them. Going to get the drop on them. I'm a stealth man. And then everyone's like, well, should we all end this meeting and go down dark corridors alone? And Batman just smashes through a window and is like, hello, let's punch each other one by one. I'm like, you are bonkers, Batman.
I have something else for the docket.
Boom.
Of the meeting.
Yeah, he chose a good entrance over doing things quietly.
Well, okay, I know we're going to get to the Phantasm in a second. I will say, to overanalyze this one particular instance, I'm not sure if Batman needs to go in and beat up money launderers.
Right.
He was tapping them and listening to them, and they were gonna launder money through their own casino. That is literally a call the cops scenario.
Yeah.
No guns, no hostages, no one in danger.
No in danger.
There was no need to beat these guys up.
You could literally call Gordon and be like, hey, double check the serial numbers on the money the casino's depositing. And Gordon would be like, oh shit, yeah, we got them. Done.
Actual police work, Batman.
Easy police work.
Easy. That was the most unnecessary beat up I've ever seen.
That one was for him. That was for no one else. That was just for Batman.
I haven't punched anyone yet today.
He
I've got
was
these new
excited.
smoke bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta try them out.
You gots to.
Gots to try out these smoke bombs. But anyway, then we meet the Phantasm.
So he smashes through the window, fight scene, one mobster gets away, we meet the Phantasm, and the first murder is committed. Mm-hmm. And after this scene, it cuts to Andrea on a plane flying into Gotham, making a phone call to that, I forget the name of that other character.
Reese or Brett or something?
Arthur
Reeves.
Arthur.
We'll just call him Arthur.
Yeah. So Andrea's making a phone call to Arthur from an airplane flying into Gotham.
It's 1994, by the way.
But she was, so that doesn't make, but she was already in Gotham as the Phantasm. So that's one where they kind of flubbed the timeline a little bit, I think, to lie to us as an audience.
Oh, no, they had a line about that. Bruce, at the very end, Bruce is like, you flew in early and then flew back out to get, so people wouldn't pin this on you.
Oh, he said flew in early. He never implied or said that she flew back out.
I mean, she must have. If you flew in early and then you flew in again.
I thought that was just the story lying to us about the timeline.
Oh, no, I assume she flew in twice.
Why?
Yeah,
okay.
I assume she flew in once, under the radar in a private plane or something, and then went back.
And then flew in again?
Yeah, publicly.
I just assumed that she just lied. That she Which would also make that she flew in on a Tuesday, and then when she like met up with people, she was like, "I just got in on Thursday," because no one's double checking when you flew into a city.
Well,
If
when
tell
people
someone,
when people you hate have been murdered and you did the murder, someone's going to check when you flew into the city.
maybe.
I think she flew in twice. I think she's been planning this for a while. Her dad
Okay.
died a couple years ago.
Okay.
She's been planning this, hon.
All right. I'll give you credit. You're coming up with an extreme scenario that makes sense and is not the movie lying to me. But I felt like that was just for me. It felt like that was just the movie lying to me, to be like, it couldn't be her. She's in the sky literally right now. Yeah.
I didn't think it was the movie lying. I thought
Okay.
she flew in twice. I thought she was like, haha, I'm rich. I can fly in twice.
All right.
Once was probably on a helicopter.
Okay. Those scenes were still back to back though. So it was like we looked at the Phantasm and then it immediately cut to her in the sky. So it was just a bit of a leap to be like, it literally could not be her. She is in the sky.
I mean, he was already dead and reported in the newspapers, so it was a few hours later at least.
Okay, you got me there. I'll take that.
But also, whatever.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I mean, that's not the most horrendous thing about the Phantasm, obviously.
Magical powers?
Is she fucking magical?
Is she goddamn magic?
Does she have actual magic?
Makes no sense. She's got a scythe, and like the scythe, I'm totally on board with. That's sharp. She's good with it. She's a good fighter. Sure. Is maybe her costume bulletproof because people are shooting at her and she doesn't flinch and the bullets seem to like go right through
The
her?
first guy empties a clip into her chest.
Yes.
And she doesn't even like,
Yeah. So I guess maybe maybe the outfit is crazy good bulletproof.
okay.
But there are a couple times where she straight up phases through objects.
And teleports.
Yeah.
And like teleports away from Batman, the king of teleporting through smoke.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna know where you are.
Because it's not just a smoke bomb. Like, she'll drop a smoke bomb, and even Batman's like, well, this isn't right. And then she's teleported away.
Yeah, she dropped a smoke bomb in the middle of like a field, and then she was gone. I'm like, fields don't have cover.
No.
That's not how a field, like smoke bombs, you have to like smoke bomb and then you hide behind a pillar.
Right.
Or
Or if you're Batman, you grappling hook up, and no one ever looks up for some reason.
Yeah, you jump off a building. But you can't smoke bomb a field.
It's not how it works.
That's not how fields
You would just
work.
hear footsteps running away into the distance for a long time.
Yeah, like at the very end when she smoke bombs away her and the Joker, I'm
Yeah.
like, the Joker didn't want to leave. So like, how are you sneaking him away from Batman?
You should hear the Joker laughing and just being like, we're running away slowly to the east. Like just him just saying what's happening.
Yeah, definitely that, because then Batman actually falls through a grate, but there was no grate for her to fall through or anything. No. At one point, one of the mobsters like throws a shovel and it goes through her.
And we as an audience watch a shovel phase through her body.
That's not, you can't be so good at martial arts that,
I think no.
oh, you know what, I'm going to think about it.
Think about it.
Oh, if you're really good at martial arts.
Think about it. There are rumors that Bruce Lee was so good
that if you threw a shovel at him,
it would just phase directly through his body.
You got me there. I have seen that Bruce Lee clip.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty
Bruce
like
Lee
it's a little blurry because it's old,
Yeah.
but like it definitely just phases right through him.
It definitely faces right through him. And you're like, oh shit, he's just that good at martial arts.
Okay, so Andrea studied with Bruce Lee before he passed away. Makes all the sense in the world. Oh God, why didn't I?
Yeah.
You know what? We were wondering about the time jump thing, but this was the most obvious thing.
That's what she was doing in Europe. She was becoming the best martial artist so you could phase through things.
Yeah, like she has genuine superpowers. It's upsetting.
At times, yeah.
and
like
so much smoke.
so much smoke. And the smoke, maybe I can get behind. It's definitely like some kind of a special chemical compound. There's a part of your backstory we didn't get. It clings to people. The smoke maybe has some additional properties beyond Batman's average smoke bomb. But it's still sometimes magic. And sometimes just straight up a hindrance. Like when Batman at one point is chasing her, and Batman's in a goddamn jet, and she's jumping from rooftop to rooftop, leaving a trail of smoke behind her, like a time trial in a video game to show you where you need to go to find your next target. I'm like, this is straight up a hindrance.
And this is not helping you in any way.
No.
You got to turn off your smoke features.
Yes.
Got to hit cancel on that button.
Yeah. Also, you're trying to outrun a jet. That's not going to go good.
I mean, you got to give it a shot. Batman tries to outrun a helicopter 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that's true.
The helicopters aren't jets, but when you're on foot,
yeah,
it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Because also, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Oh no, I was gonna say the only thing I will accept is I don't know if they had a throwaway line about this because Batman was analyzing the residue from the gas.
Yeah.
I think we talked over what he said. If this gas somehow has like an hallucinogenic mild property to make you think things are phasing through her, maybe.
Okay.
I would accept that.
Okay.
But I don't know if they laid that in as a thing.
I don't think they did. He analyzed the compounds and realized they were like similar between crime scenes, but I don't think he ever figured out anything about the chemical makeup of it.
No.
That didn't
I want to give this
case.
I want to give this movie more credit and be like hallucinogenic gas?
It's still a great movie, but like there's some stuff about Phantasm that's just kind of bonkers.
Yeah, that's too much smoke, too much phasing.
Yeah.
And like maybe like the suit was doing it all though, because she doesn't do anything that cool when she takes it off with the Joker, except for that last smoke bomb out.
Last smoke bomb out. That was like it seems like the smoke is like in her gloves and stuff like that. Yeah, once she takes off the mask for the Joker, I'm like, this is a great reveal for the audience, but you want to leave that mask on. Like, I feel like that mask and cape is doing stuff for you.
I mean, it clearly blocked the bullets and stuff earlier.
Yeah,
She must just not like it. Because literally, as soon as he's like, you're a woman, she's like, you figured me out. I'm like, you could have been any woman.
Yeah.
You could have been any female lady. It's half the population of the world. You could have been guessing.
I mean, she also thinks she's about to murder the Joker in that scenario.
That's a good point.
Which, good luck with that. Good luck with that, girl. But yeah, there's so many good parts to this story, though. Like, I do really enjoy seeing a time when Bruce was in love with Bruce as well, on top of being in love with Andrea, which is a great love story between the two of them, but a moment where he's happy with himself.
Yeah, he's just like, well, when is he happy with himself? When he chooses her? Over Batman?
I think when he chooses her and just every moment that he's with her. Really.
He sincerely loves her. And like she's so charming and you can like feel it. Like they both do such a good job. This girl, Dana Delaney, really makes Andrea like so lovable with kind of very little to work with. Like she just has that super cute line like, did you trip on a bunch of loose cash?
Oh God. Yeah, because he's all bandaged up. You trip and fall over a pile of cash. That was so good. And coming from someone else who's also rich made it even better. It made it less petty and just a better burn.
Just more like she's like, I've done it. You know how like, Bruce, we're so connected. I trip over loose piles of cash all the time.
I was Scrooge McDucking just yesterday.
Do you want to go Scrooge McDuck some more? Where's your gold tower? Where's your tower full of doubloons? Let's go jump in. This is what rich people do on weekends.
Of course. Yeah, that was a solid burn. She's super charming, and I dig it the whole time. I like that she has martial arts training before she's even decided to become a vigilante as well.
That's the thing. You have to have it so early. And, like, you don't get the impression that she trains all the time or that she's doing what Bruce is doing. But, like, just, like, if she can already take down Bruce when he's about to start Batman, and you're like, oh, she must be pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty dang good at this. Yeah. Also, Bruce, you do not know what jujitsu is. That was Tai Chi at best. I don't know what that was.
I love the IMDb trivia on that part. Is actually like Bruce says he's doing jujitsu, but that's clearly Taekwondo. She then throws him in a jujitsu move.
Right.
She does jujitsu.
Right. Maybe judo, but definitely more closer to anything than what Bruce was doing.
Yeah, Bruce was just doing some random kicks. Like, Bruce was just stretching. And she's like, want to see a takedown?
She's like, do you want to see how this actually works? Bruce year oneing. So we get the flashbacks. He's in love with Andrea. It's a beautiful love story. Things are happy for him, but he's still trying to do this Batman thing. And he's in the ski mask and in like the Batman year one costume, and he's trying to do stuff for the first time. When he jumps off a roof and yells, HIYA! in front of a group of people and then proceeds to get into a fight, that HIYA is the funniest goddamn shit to me.
It is. It really highlights how young he is in the flashbacks. Like, they do some great jobs of highlighting the youngness of the flashbacks. Like, Alfred has black hair still. He hasn't gone gray. You get young Bullock as like a rookie cop in one of the cars. So like you feel like it's a long time ago. They even make his face smaller because he's supposed to be younger. But nothing makes him young like that HIYA when he goes to fight his first criminals. And then he has the audacity to go home and say, Alfred, they weren't scared of me.
And he's surprised. I think his exact line is, why weren't they more afraid? And I want to like re-edit that scene for him to be like, Alfred, why weren't they more afraid? And then just immediately cut to, HIYA! Alfred, why? Why didn't they fear me? HIYA!
Master Bruce, you didn't do the HIYA, did you?
I think the HIYA works, Alfred.
Oh, Master Bruce.
I think it works.
You know I don't approve of this lifestyle you've chosen in any way.
It didn't work in practice because you were expecting the HIYA.
I wonder how long it was until he got rid of it. Do
Do
you think he ever HIYA'd as Batman?
I guarantee you he tried it at least 3 times.
You gotta have all the data.
Yeah.
You gotta be scientific about it.
One isn't enough. He's like, what if I HIYA in a Batman costume now?
Mm-hmm.
And so like there were some experiments with the HIYA.
What if I wait to HIYA until I'm actually kicking someone and not just jumping into a scene?
And then yelling HIYA before I begin to fight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were some variables that he definitely tried out.
And I'm glad they didn't work out and we don't have a Batman who HIYAs. But I'm glad we had a Batman who did it once.
Oh, it feels so good. You know what I love, too, is the idea of, imagine you are a young, enterprising criminal. Mm-hmm. You're a young thug, if you will. And if you have a story of one of those early year Batman encounters, like years later, Batman is now like the force not to be reckoned with. Like he's living in space with the Justice League. Imagine you're a thug and you're watching the news and you're like, Batman, a man who lives in space with the Justice League, this week stopped an alien invasion. And you're like, man, I remember one time he was still wearing a ski mask, and he was trying to act like a bat, but he had bunny ears like glued on to the ski mask, and they were just spray painted black, but I knew they were bunny ears.
Whatever, man.
And he yelled HIYA as he tried to karate chop me. That's the man who now lives in space with the Justice League.
Oh my god, I've never thought of the fact that Batman lives in space with the Justice League and then on the weekend stops muggers.
Stops muggers. And there are...
See, I think rather than telling other people about that, though, the 4 guys who were together when it happened must be like, that wasn't Batman, was it?
Right.
We didn't get beat up by a HIYAing early Batman, did we?
The man who helped stop the Thanagarian invasion? Him?
HIYA guy?
HIYA?
We make fun of him all the time. I know he stopped us, but we still make fun of him super hard. We didn't HIYA. We're just guys with bullets.
Oh God. Yeah, so maybe the guys who met him in his HIYA years are doubting that was Batman. But there's still a moment where he first got the costume and made some dumb mistakes where he's like, okay, so HIYA doesn't work now, but I'm a bat. So I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna make some screechy sounds. I'm gonna be like and see if that does anything. Maybe they're like, oh, he is a bat. So then there's thugs out there who are like, the man who screeched at us that time?
I'm going to land and then I'm going to flap my cape like wings for a minute. See if that scares them.
That might do it.
No, just made it a little windy. Just blew some garbage around. All right, that didn't work. Maybe I'll just be stoic. Maybe stoic could be my thing.
I'm going to hang upside down above them and they won't notice me, but they will notice me when they notice my droppings fall from the ceiling, like it's a bat cave, you see.
Are you gonna have like a little kid opening?
I have a poop flap installed in my early costume. It's like one of those old lumberjacky ones with the buttons.
Memorable.
But I installed the buttons on like the bottom of the butt because I'll be upside down, so I need the flap to open the opposite way.
Shit! You've really thought about this.
I've really thought about letting people know that there's bats on the ceiling by them feeling the poop.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought about just like canisters of bat poop that you could open?
Damn it.
Instead of just pooping on people.
Damn it.
You weird fetishist. So many fetishes together.
I've been eating so much before every battle.
I'm going in full and hot.
I'm full of beans, and I'm ready to fight. Yeah, there's some weird stories from aging Gotham thugs. That's for sure.
They really did get a special experience because it's not like he because in some stories he trained in like Asia and then came to Gotham when he was ready. But in this one he clearly just was Gotham all the time. This was his training and learning ground.
Because even when you come to Gotham when you're ready, you're still going to make a few mistakes those early days on the job.
Oh, you're still going to make some mistakes. And I mean, I get why he wasn't sure that he wanted to do it when he fell in love with Andrea. Because he's like, it's not like I'm great at it. They're not scared of me. This is my turning point.
Yeah.
It really was his turning point. Like we already talked about the scene at the tombstone, but it is so heartbreaking. Just... and also kind of silly at the same time. You're like, this is a beautiful emotional scene where he's begging to be released from his promise, but he's like, I'll give money to the cops. I'm like, you should give money to the cops anyway.
You should be doing that.
Let's just put that out there.
Do it,
as a thing you still should do. But also, I'm not sure your parents want you to do this, Bruce. Can we discuss that? It's like, please, I know I promised. And if I was Bruce Wayne's mom, I'd be like, yes, don't fight crime alone.
We didn't make you promise that. You can free yourself from the promise. You made it.
This isn't like Robin being trained by Batman all his life. He was a regular kid raised by a doctor and a philanthropist. They'd be like, yeah, just donate money to the cops.
Do that.
Go get married.
Their last dying words were not... become a bat and fight crime.
No.
They didn't say that.
No, their last words were,
Yeah.
HIYA.
HIYA. So I honor them by yelling the HIYA. Master Bruce, please don't. Please do not do it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they would definitely be cool with it, Bruce. I get why, when Andrea shows up, you're just like, yeah, they probably would be cool with this, right? They were good parents. They were nice people.
I did forget how much... Batman the Animated Series and this movie, Alfred is my favorite version of Alfred. I love this Alfred. He's just got a touch of drama to him, and I just fucking love that about Alfred.
He's so sassy, but he's also so dry.
Yeah.
It's this great combination, but he's also incredibly supportive. He's the best parts of every Alfred. His comedic timing of just walking in with drinks every time him and Andrea make out and just walking away.
And just the complete Grandpa Simpson turn, just the perfect 180.
All of his jokes are so amazing. When he's just like, I know you, I've diapered your bottom. And then there's a part where Batman's like, well, you're wrong. I'm not going to go see her. And then he totally goes see her. And I'm like, there should be an Arrested Development narration. Just you're wrong. He wasn't wrong.
I wanted it to hard cut to Bruce seeing her.
I really wanted a hard cut as well. It would have been so good.
Because it took too long. Alfred being you're going to go fight crime, then you're going to go see her. And he's like, I'm not. And then he fights crime and sees her. But if it was just a hard cut to 3 hours of fighting crime later and Bruce is just talking directly to Andrea, it would have been great.
So what are you up to? How you been?
Damn it, Alfred's right again. God damn it. But yeah, this is my favorite version of Alfred. You're right. It's dry, it's smarmy, it's funny, it's charming. It is everything. It's the perfect Alfred.
Yeah, he's perfect throughout the entire animated series as well. It's not just here. He's always that good.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest joke ever, but there's an animated series episode where it's April Fool's Day. He's like, Master Bruce, I drew you a bath. And then Bruce goes to take a bath. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, I drew you a photo of a bath. Do you remember that?
No.
It was so good.
Why did he do that?
Because it was April Fool's Day.
Oh, Alfred.
Which has to be Bruce's least favorite day when your archenemy is the Joker. Just don't pull pranks on Batman on April Fool's Day.
Alfred, let him rest on that one, please. Come on.
So we get Batman happy. He proposes to Andrea. And then her leaving is really the only reason he becomes Batman. If she had stayed, I don't think he was going to Batman.
I disagree. So one thing that was interesting and complex about this love story is that they definitely were head over heels in love, and you're rooting for love as we all are in any movie or or in life. But as in love as he was, we just started seeing and feeling these problems mount more and more throughout the relationship. Like that scene with the motorcycle gang, when he has that harsh realization where he's like, I can't do this with even a slight distraction. And it's one of those things where like, you don't need to go over the top with it. And this subtle 1 second moment is probably the best time I've felt it in any superhero movie. When any superhero movie, it's usually someone being like, don't do the thing, don't do the thing, don't do the thing. And they're trying to hold a superhero back. But in this scenario, she's like, okay, do the thing, but come back safely. And he has maybe 1 second of distraction where he's thinking about getting back safely. And that's the 1 second where he's almost killed. So I think that realization and that moment in him was to show that even if she wasn't whisked away, this was going to keep getting worse for them, I think.
Oh, see, no, that moment showed me that he had to make a decision.
Okay.
Like he either had to not be Batman and not do the crime fighting at all.
Okay.
Or he had to get rid of her and be Batman. So him proposing to me was him being like, no Batman, no crime fighting, gonna give the money to the cops.
Okay.
I've chosen to be happy. Like, I'm sure if he still came across a mugging like that day, he'd still stop it.
Right.
But like, I don't think he was gonna go fight crime in HIYA anymore. I think it was gonna be the end of his HIYA days. To me, it was. And then like, she breaks up with him and he's like, his rebound relationship is being Batman.
He buries himself in work. It's a classic relationship move. You have a bad breakup and you're like, what if I really focused on work right now?
I'd date myself.
Yeah. He gets it. He gets it.
No, he gets it. And I totally get that. But yeah, I think he was totally gonna not do it.
Huh.
That was my read.
Interesting. I got a slightly different read from it, which is the fact that he's not going to be able to ignore these type of scenarios. He's not going to be able to do this slowly and philanthropically, that he needs to intervene, he needs to interject, and eventually it's either going to get him killed or he's going to have to remove himself from relationships. I know what you're saying, that like in this moment it did put him in the scenario of choosing. And he can make that choice, but I don't think he can stick to that choice.
Ooh, yeah, sticking to that choice in the future would have been interesting. Yeah, in this moment, I think he had made that choice. But you're right. Like, it would have been like a slow thing. Like, he would have still been listening to like police radios probably and like checking the newspaper and being like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And it would have been a slow degradation if they had gotten together.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is still like a beautiful moment. And it is and everything in this movie is such concise storytelling. Like, most movies are, like, hypothetical about having your love interest be a distraction. It's like, well, what if something happens to them? What if? And then this one is just right in your face, like, she's right there, he got distracted, he almost died.
Yeah.
There's no what ifs about it. It happened.
Yeah.
And it's just so fast, but so poignant. It's great. Everything about this movie is just fantastic storytelling.
And I like that it doesn't make her weak.
No, because she said go do it, but she just stood there.
She's powerful in her own right, and she is in full control of all of her decision making throughout the movie. Yeah, they don't portray her through a sexist lens at any given point. They're like, no, she has full decision making capabilities. She can fight. She can defend herself. She's not worried or concerned. The problem is Bruce.
Yeah, she's not asking him not to do it, which is normally like the big thing. Like, I can't lose you, blah, blah. She's like, no, I get it. Which makes it more tragic that they can't be together because like she gets it. How rare is that? When we're talking like love interest for superheroes, she's like, we could just both do it, but I'm gonna murder. And he's like, no.
She gets it too much.
She got it too much. He's like, if you just didn't murder, if you had just come back to Gotham and we didn't murder, we would have been fine.
And
we could have just been together.
And I feel like she only wants to murder those select couple of guys. That's the other mess. If she had have completed the task, I feel like she would be okay with Batman's rules thereafter. If she had have completed it and Batman was like, you can't kill anymore, she'd be like, cool, dope. You wanna go just like punch a guy or what? Like, I feel like she would feel it doesn't feel like a Punisher like never-ending killing spree. It's a like, I've got my 5, I'm gonna get them, then we'll see what happens after.
Yeah, she could downgrade. She's like, I can go to punch level. Hiya.
Hiya.
Hiya, Bruce.
Hiya.
Yeah, I think she could have done that. Yeah, definitely. she didn't really even feel, I guess because we found out so late that she was the Phantasm. Like, you don't really feel that vengeance burning in her because you don't get her origin of, like, how she got the costume or anything.
Right.
Which I don't really need. It wouldn't make the story, like, better. But, like, you don't really get a feel for, like, if she would stop killing or not. Like, would she, like, feel bad for other people and kill for them? And would she find out who killed Bruce's parents and be like, ha, gotcha.
Yeah, you don't quite get a feel for that. You're right. Yeah. Now, I will say, though, it is a little weird that they switched to a Joker movie halfway through.
It is weird. It feels like kind of like a lack of confidence in the Phantasm.
Yes.
Like they were like, this new character might not be enough. Maybe we need the Joker. But then at the same time, when you're reading, like I'm reading about how like the Joker was already in the script before they changed it to a theatrical release movie. Uh-huh. So like straight to DVD, you don't need the Joker, or straight to VHS, I guess back in the day. Yeah. You wouldn't have needed the Joker to sell VHSs.
Yeah, so and the Joker's not on the cover. It's not on any of the. He's not on any of the marketing materials.
He's kind of a like. It's like two twists in this movie. One is that the Joker's in it, and two is that the Phantasm is Andrea. And yeah, it's a surprise, but he doesn't
and
like.
And 3 is that we meet pre-Joker Joker.
Ooh, that as well. Yeah.
Which this movie came out after the first Keaton Batman, so we'd already kind of gotten a Joker origin story, but that was the first time that we got that. This is the first time I think that we get it in the animated universe, the concept of who the Joker was before the Joker.
Mm-hmm. And but they also give you so little of it. Like they don't name him, no one talks to him. They're just like, that guy with the pointy nose? Yeah, that was the Joker. None of us really knew a lot about him.
They do
even back then.
They do it in a good, subtle way.
It is really nice. Like I don't really like knowing anything about the Joker's origin, but this is a nice one.
And even like Joker's old boss coming to him for help is a scene that has so much more power and authority to it once that reveal has been made. And I kind of like that it still has a couple layers to it in its first watch. That scene between Salvatore, I think his name was.
I think it was Sal.
Sal and the Joker. You still feel this tension of Sal being a mob boss who's like, I need help. I think Batman's murdering. You're the only one who I think can even hold off Batman in any regard. But I'm also scared shitless of you, and I'm an old man. So there's so many layers to that. And then when you find out later that that is an old retired man going to his now unhinged previous employee for help too, like it adds a little bit extra to these scenes between Sal and Joker.
Yeah, like it adds to their relationship, but also to the desperation of Sal. Like he's like, oh, this guy's above me now. Like, you know, he used to be my underling, but I have to show him mad respect because he definitely could murder me at any second.
Yeah, and does.
Yeah,
does.
Sal didn't make the right choice in this regard.
No, he shouldn't have grabbed Joker like that.
No, that was his big mistake.
That was the biggest mistake that he made.
I think before that point, Joker was going to be like, yeah, let's kill Batman. Yeah. He loves killing Batman. It's a thing. You don't even have to pay him.
That's true. Yeah, you wouldn't have to. Well, and he's at a point in his career where he doesn't care about money anymore.
No,
I don't know if
obviously.
he ever did. It's implied that maybe he did that hit on Andrea's dad for money, but I think that might have been
jokered.
for yeah. But even then, it might have still been for the love of the game. You know,
love of the game.
He's got the love of the game.
Mm-hmm. But also, he's got this great real estate. Like, what does he need money for? He's got an entire abandoned amusement park.
I love this future expo that Joker has as his lair. Abandoned amusement park is always classic for a Joker, but I love that it's the future expo that Andrea and Bruce visited in an earlier scene, and it's not tied in any other way. That like it's not where Andrea's father was murdered or something. It has no real importance, and that feels more Jokerish than anything to me.
Yeah, it feels like Joker is off being the star of his own story, and we're not watching it. And the reason that he hasn't been involved in the story so far is that he's been spending weeks just retrofitting this entire amusement park.
I'm going to say years.
Probably. Like, every time the Joker's not off jokering, he's been like installing bombs, putting in little things that turn everything on automatically. Like it takes a lot of work.
I'm imagining that's why he chose this place though.
Oh,
He didn't install that. A lot of these were features of showcasing the technology of the future.
Oh yeah, he just needed to make switches and stuff that he could carry around. Like, oh, that's definitely why he loved it. And like it fits his personality so good. But you're totally right. It's so bold to not tie it into Andrea and Bruce's story. Just be like, they went there once and the Joker liked it because it's an amusement park.
Yeah. And it highlights Joker's chaos. That unlike a traditional like circus or amusement park where Joker sets up shop, he chose this because it has no meaning and who gives a fuck. And that's scarier for me. Like, that makes the Joker even more terrifying, that he's like, there's crazy crap here and fuck everything.
Yeah, he's not a slave to his own theme. He's not like, I don't just do circuses and like regular carnivals. He's like, no, this isn't a traditional amusement park, but like there's fun shit here. I'm all by myself. I can have a few laughs. Look at this fake wife of mine.
Yeah, I got this fake wife. I'm going to murder Sal. Let's have a good time.
I'm going to get tetanus when she cuts my bologna with her rusty knife.
You shouldn't eat that. The Joker really should die from the most mundane thing possible at this point.
Yeah, he definitely should just like be accidentally killed retrofitting all the wiring in this place.
I feel like if someone analyzed the Joker's DNA, we'd find the cure to multiple diseases that the Joker definitely has, and somehow it isn't killing him.
That makes sense, because like the Joker gas doesn't affect him.
Yes, Joker gas doesn't affect him.
I think the fear gas doesn't affect him either, that Scarecrow uses. Because he's like, the scariest thing he knows is him.
I think he might be like the person to cure everything if we got our hands on his blood.
I wonder if Poison Ivy kissed him if he'd die.
Ooh.
Would he be able to survive the Ivy toxins?
I think he'd be able to survive. I think the toxins, if she was trying to kill him, would mess him up. But I don't think she could mind control him. I feel like he would just be like, nope, nothing. So yeah, he's impervious to most toxins. He's got a superpower that no one's bringing up, which is he doesn't get tetanus and is impervious to toxins.
Doesn't get tetanus.
Yeah.
He might have just had a tetanus shot.
I mean, do those last forever?
You don't think he can get a booster?
I feel like he's not getting boosters a lot.
Harley's a doctor.
Ooh, Harley is probably taking care of him.
Harley's a doctor. I mean, she's a psychologist, but she still knows about a tetanus shot.
She still knows what a tetanus shot is. Yeah.
She'd still be like, hey, boys, I got us all tetanus shots, and also here's one for rabies because of the hyenas.
Yeah, rabies is
we got to get those rabies shots.
Yeah. Just general hookworm, other old world shit.
They're vaccinated against everything over there.
Yeah, I mean, Joker's drinking like stale puddle water next to the hyena pit. He should have some messed up shit that people don't even get in the 21st century.
But yeah, it does turn into a Joker movie for a bit. It's not Phantasm's movie for about 20 minutes. But the Joker part is also so perfectly Joker. Just like him only barely winning, and he's like riding on top of a train, and he's posing. He escapes via jetpack.
It's perfect.
It's so perfectly Joker, and it's so believable because they're on his turf and he lured them there.
Yeah,
it's not Joker just being like, oh, well, I happen to have like, Doctor Who TARDIS pockets and I have everything I need. You're like, no, you're on Joker's turf. He retrofitted this whole place. It all makes perfect sense.
Yeah. He's got his flower full of acid at all times as well. All times. Always got that acid flower. Every time.
Even when he showed up at like that Arthur guy's place and he had a hand buzzer ready to be like, no. Just comes with his own soundboard.
He planned certain props.
He's great at props.
He's great at prop work.
We got to give him props for his props.
And I also got to give props to Andrea for knowing who the Joker was and still coming full effect for the Joker.
Oh, I never really thought about the fact that she just went balls out like, yeah, I can take out the Joker.
Yeah, that she was like, I need to kill this mobster, this mobster, this mobster, this mobster, and the fucking Joker, and I'm coming for you.
I mean, it explains why she waited a few years.
Yeah, you got to train and prepare.
You got to prepare to go after the Joker. But yeah, she just tried to kill, like, the only other person I can think who tried to kill the Joker is Jason Todd, and he's insane.
Yeah, she's bonkers. She stepped to the Joker. She did it.
And then tore off her armor and was like, yeah, let's do this, bitch.
Let's fight, you fuck.
I'm going to kill you on your turf.
Messed up. And just the fear as well that she had when... It's weird through the mask to kind of feel this. I don't know how they animated it in the body movement, but I did sincerely feel it. That moment when she shows up to kill Sal and turns him around and Sal's dead... Joker gassed with a camera and a bomb strapped to his face. Somehow it emotes through animation and through a character wearing a mask, this moment of like, oh fuck, I wasn't ready for you yet. Like, I was coming to you and I was willing to go on your turf, but you've come to me on mine, and this is so buck wild unexpected to me.
Yeah, I think they like sped up her movements because normally Phantasm is just a slow walker. But when the Joker like camera turned on, she was like, huh.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you couldn't see her face, but her movements suddenly were like a pull away.
That's what it's the first time in the movie it's the only time in the movie you see the Phantasm run.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
she's
maybe
like
maybe that
like
Batman roof chase, but it's the first time you see her just be like, "Oh shit, I need to move."
Yeah, because she's like a Jason Voorhees like slow walker killer.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that never really clicked in for me that's the first time you really see her run.
I do like when you watch this movie knowing that it's Andrea, and you realize like all the moments where she's disappearing and like Bruce Wayneing into her regular clothes. Because like Bruce tries to stop her from killing a guy right before the police start chasing him, and then she shows up in her car. And you don't know that she's the Phantasm yet, but when you know, you're like, oh, so you just like pieced out and changed and then picked up Bruce.
Yeah.
And then earlier, my favorite part is she kills that mob boss at the cemetery. And then Bruce is there looking for clues, and she's there in her regular clothes at her mom's grave. So she killed a guy like 60 feet away, changed, and was like, I'm just at my mom's grave.
That was a different day, though. I think she was.
It was still the same night.
Was it still the same night?
I thought so. Because he was just there looking for clues, and he like found like gas remnants again on stuff.
It might have been the same night. There's some serious time had passed though.
Well, either way, she came back to the scene of the crime the next day, which is bold as hell.
I imagine that as her not going to her mother's grave, but her like trying to get something from the crime scene, maybe like something that she left behind or information as to where another mob boss is. I imagine she was there for Batman-like reasons and not actually visiting.
Oh, I think she was actually visiting her mom's grave.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, when we first met her, she was genuinely visiting her mom's grave. Bruce, while Batmaning, is like, I might as well go visit my parents' grave while I'm here. Okay. Which is why I assumed it was still the same night. She was like, now that I've killed that mob boss, I'm going to go visit mom's grave.
Interesting.
I'm going to go change.
Yeah.
And then I'll go check out mom's grave.
Okay.
Have a chat.
You know, so that Phantasm outfit is just in the trunk of her car every time that Bruce is in it, which is weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got to be like, it smells like that weird gas in here.
Smells like
it must
be
very
weird gas.
It must be on me.
Yeah, it's probably on my clothes.
Bruce is like, sorry, I smell like weird gas.
Sorry about that weird gas stuff.
My bad.
Yeah. Speaking of gas, when that councilman, Arthur, is on laughing gas.
I was just about to bring up this incredible performance.
Unbelievable, because I don't think I've ever seen someone on laughing gas, because like the Joker laughing gas, which comes up a lot, I don't think I've ever seen someone try to express different emotions on laughing gas. But when Batman comes in through the window and he's just dead laughing and going, oh no, like it was haunting.
He was laughing, but you could feel his fear.
Yeah.
Which was just so hard. Like, normally when people are on the laughing gas from Joker, it's just like, they just laugh. Or it's like, you know, Batman and Robin have both been laughing gas, and they're like, we have to climb out. Like, they're laughing and they're trying to discuss how to get out.
Yeah.
But this guy having to express true fear while laughing was such an incredible performance, because he had to do an entire scene. It wasn't just like one line, like several paragraphs of dialogue. Hart Bochner, who I don't know, but did a great job as the voice actor for this part.
Phenomenal
For a
scene.
character that did nothing else the rest of the movie, this one scene was incredible.
Was that his character, not to completely jump from that scene, because I agree with everything that you said, it was amazing. Was that Arthur on the last scene on the boat? Was that supposed to be him healed up and at a party and Andrea was about to kill him?
I didn't think so.
The character looked exactly like him?
Oh, I didn't think it looked like him at all. Arthur had like a pointier face.
That was just like a random dude hitting on her?
Yeah, I thought so, just to establish she was alive.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you make a good point though. He didn't die, and he was part of the reason that her dad was killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he got Joker gas, but they said the toxin was going to wear off.
They did say he was going to be okay.
So he might have got away scot-free.
Yeah.
She might not know it was him.
I can see, maybe not. Maybe she doesn't know that he's part of it. Okay.
Because she didn't seem like she was like leading him on to kill him. Seemed like she was just like genuinely calling a friend every time she wanted to talk to him.
Dang. Okay, you might be right there. Yeah, because that was the character at the end when they show her alive and she's on a boat. That random dude hitting on her looked enough like Arthur, but enough not like Arthur that I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if the implication was she's about to murder Arthur and then leave because she's realized, well, I ain't gonna get Joker, but I'm at least going to finish off this one other loose end.
I get what you're saying. I think both ideas work. I don't think Arthur, after being laughing gas nearly to death, was like, let's go on a cruise.
Let's have a party.
Yeah, I think he was like, I'm going to stay in the hospital for a few weeks and recover, probably.
All right, fair enough.
But I get what I think that's very in character for her if that is what had been happening. I'd believe it.
I do have one final gripe with this movie.
Gripe away, my love.
The big plot point of the fact that everyone in Gotham thinks it's Batman committing these murders. Everyone's like, Batman has been going around murdering everyone. And Gordon is the only one who's like, it wasn't Batman. And then he walks out of a scene and we never see him again for the rest of the movie.
He's like, but if you think it's Batman, go kill him, I guess.
Go kill him. And
but I won't be part of it.
A full-on army shooting bazookas, helicopter Gatling guns, military in the streets, hunting down Batman.
They blow up a construction site because he's hiding in it. Like, the cops are trying to murder Batman.
That's how bad it is. And then we as an audience, well, we've always known it wasn't Batman. But the Joker finds out, oh, it's not Batman who's been killing us. And that's just the end of that thread. The city never finds out it wasn't Batman murdering everyone. The city thinks, the city never discovers the Phantasm. Only the Joker does. And then that's the end of that storyline.
I totally agree, and I thought the same thing, because the very end shot of this movie is like the bat signal going on.
Yes.
And Batman like jumping away, and I'm like, are you just going to go into a trap? Are they going to try to kill you again?
Because the last time in this film when they turned the bat signal on, it was Bullock and the police waiting next to it to murder you because they thought you were a murderer.
And the only reason you didn't fall for it was because you were eavesdropping.
Yeah, and now we end the movie on him going toward the bat signal, I'm assuming to be shot at by the police.
The only thing I can think of is Joker goes to Arthur, who is a city councilor, and he tells him it's not Batman, it's the Phantasm. And Arthur sincerely thought it was Batman.
So I don't know if shuts down the hunt after he gets unjoking gassed?
I feel like off screen he might have. It would be my only explanation. Or like before he gets Joker gassed. Because I don't think he gets Joker gassed in that scene.
I can't remember.
Oh, no, he does. He stabs him on the desk.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he didn't have time to call off the hunt for Batman then.
Yeah.
I was expecting, because Joker was using a camera on Sal, I was expecting like the footage of the Phantasm to come out.
Oh, okay.
Because he had recorded that it wasn't Batman, so I thought the footage was going to come out somehow.
Released to the city.
Yeah.
And then the city would be like, it's not Batman. We need to stop this character.
Or at least stop hunting Batman.
Yeah.
Like the signal's on and he gets there and it's just like an apology party. Sorry, we tried to kill you. Whoops.
That's what that boat party was at the end that Andrea was at. That was a like, Batman's still good. Let's have a party on a boat.
And she was like, I'll go to that.
Yeah.
I like Batman.
That sounds like a good time.
I'll get you, Bruce. I love how chill she is about finding out Bruce is Batman. Because she didn't know.
Yeah, she put it together at the grave that night.
Yeah. I thought that was crazy. In my head, she found out when they were like dating in college. Like, that's what I remembered it. But the fact that she just finds out at the cemetery and is like, oh yeah, that tracks. Yeah, Bruce would do this.
Because it wasn't a shocker, and I feel like that's why she's chill, is that like everything tracks so much. It's not a 180, like out of nowhere. She's just like, oh yeah, martial arts and training, and you lost your parents. And
when he stopped that one mugging.
That mugging that I saw.
The plan that I wasn't part of originally. Oh yeah, of course he's Batman. Damn, I'm an idiot. I could have just asked Batman for help.
She could have.
Well, she knows he doesn't murder, though. She's there for that sweet, sweet murder.
That's not to say that other female anti-heroes have not tried to manipulate Batman before to do half of a job that ended in them doing a murder.
Yeah. You know, if you can't find the Joker, you're going to want to be like, hey, Batman, do you know where the Joker is?
Can you go in, set off all the traps and survive, and then I can walk in not having to hit the traps? and then I'll murder the Joker.
That's what you want to do.
That is kind of what you want to do.
Although she goes in first.
She does, because she's goddamn fearless.
She's fearless, but then Bruce is like, get out of here. And she's like, I'm going to let you beat up the Joker, and then I'm going to murder him after you beat him up. And she does. I mean, I think he's alive at the end. We don't see that, but he clearly survived. He's the Joker. You can't kill a Joker.
Well, yeah, and the Joker still exists then afterwards in the animated series.
I just realized, like, the best animated movies are the ones where, like, Joker gets introduced halfway through. Because Under the Red Hood is the other really, really good animated movie.
Yeah.
Which is also just, like, Joker halfway.
Joker just shows up. You need the Joker. You need the Joker in a good Batman story.
Really does need the Joker, huh?
What's messed up is that, like, there's so many great parts of this that are completely unrelated to the Joker. But to tie it all together, to clue it up nicely, you really kind of need that touch of Joker.
You need that just a splash of Joker.
At the very least, a splash.
At the very least, a splash.
All right, well, I think that's everything that I needed to say about Batman Mask of the Phantasm. How you
I feel pretty good about Mask of the Phantasm.
I feel satiated. Nom, 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 nom.
I'm full.
I'm full of Phantasm.
I'm going to have a nap later.
That sounds, actually, I think I would like that.
We're a nap household.
We've been known to take a nap or two.
Oh, I don't know if you know this, guys.
But we take a nap or two.
When you run a podcast, you take a nap or two.
You take the occasional nap. All right, so let's go in for the close where we ask the final question of what would we change about this movie if we could change anything. But before we get into the final question, we're going to take a moment, as we do every week, to remind you that if you have not already, and if you've already done this, then you can skip forward. If you haven't already done this, don't you skip forward.
You stay right
You
here.
stay right there. You haven't earned skipping forward yet.
Bye, people skipping forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you for already doing the thing that we told you to do in previous weeks.
Now, everyone left in class.
Everyone who's still here, you need to open up some kind of a podcast app.
Get those apps open.
Get those apps open. Hit subscribe and then rate and review. It takes a couple minutes. It's free to do, and it helps the podcast.
So you go to iTunes or Stitcher are really the only two where you can do it.
Those are
Not
the two
gonna
big
lie.
ones.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The iTunes is the most important.
Yeah.
But if you got the Android
or Apple Podcasts if you're running the newer iOS.
If you're nasty.
Whatever it is. If you're nasty.
If you're up to date and nasty. A 5-star review and a rating would be absolutely amazing. Helps us go up the charts. Helps people see that we're amazing. Like, makes them trust us and try out our podcast. And they're like, oh shit, these guys are great.
Absolutely.
They trust you, the reviewer. Like some amazing reviews we got lately. That means so much to us. We got a 5-star review from WaterCons NYC, who said we were charming and thought-provoking.
No, thanks, WaterCons.
I'm not going to disagree with WaterCons. And Cecil Gershwin Palmer said we're super funny. I'm not going to disagree with any of these great, great people.
Yeah.
And if you'd like me to agree with you, leave us a 5-star review.
If you just want to hear Diana agree with the words that you've said.
Yeah, it's all you need to do.
And it's free to do.
It's just that easy.
It's just that easy. It's free to do. It
so
takes a
naive
minute.
and gullible.
Diana's super agreeable about stuff. So it'll be great. So yeah, just take a minute or two and do it for us.
And do it for yourselves, because then you can hit the skip button.
There we go.
You won't be kept after class.
Yeah. You'll be able to get out of here early. Go out there and enjoy the sun, play a bit of soccer, get out of class early. I've lost my mind. And another way that you can support the show as well is you can support the show monetarily by checking out our Patreon. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's a monthly subscription service where you can sign up at however much you can afford to support the online content creators you know and love like us, and you'll get cool bonuses for doing it. So whatever you can afford, if you want to chip in an extra $1 a month, all of those dollar donations add up and really do help the network a lot. It helps us keep the lights on, keep all of the equipment working and moving and replacing any parts that need to be replaced, and just making sure that everything's taken care of. So the dollars add up, but you can also give as much as you can afford, and we're going to give you bonuses back for these subscriptions.
Little bonuses, like maybe we'll have class outside someday.
Maybe someday we'll have class outside.
Or an actual bonus is at the $1 level, you get text some superheroes a day early. At the $10 level, which is the one most podcast listeners are interested in, you get extra episodes of this very podcast.
Exclusive episodes every single month that are available only on the Patreon page. And as soon as you sign up, you also get access to the full back catalog of bonus episodes. So now it's like it's 40 hours or so. You got a work week worth of bonus episodes that you can listen to the second that you sign up at the $10 hero level.
More Andrew and Diana than you can handle. We've done great stuff. We did Teen Titans Go last month.
Yes,
this month, once it airs, we're going to do the Elseworlds crossover.
That's the plan.
It's going to be fun. It better be.
Yeah. It better be a good
I mean,
time.
the podcast
I think
will
it's
be
gonna
fine.
Yeah. Well, we're
The
hoping
show.
The show.
So yeah, if you want to check us out at patreon.com/fromsuperheroes, that's patreon.com/fromsuperheroes if you want to support us. Andrew's giving me a look because he normally says the URL, but I know where it is.
Yeah.
I know where to go to give us money.
Yeah.
If it's in the budget, don't worry about it. If it's not, we appreciate you guys listening, and you probably left a review already.
Yeah, you probably did all the things.
You probably are good.
You probably did all the things. So thank you for doing all of that. And now let's get into the final question. What would we change about this, Diana? What would you change?
The Phantasm's powers wouldn't be so bonkers.
Right.
Like, if she is gonna do that crazy stuff, then I need the gas to be an hallucinogen of some kind, and she's not actually doing that crazy stuff. It's like Batman analyzes it later. He's like, "Oh no, a shovel didn't phase through her. You just missed, and you were hallucinating."
Okay.
That's what I would want. That's literally, I think, my only big change. Yeah, like she just needs to not be a superhero, or if she is a superhero, there has to be an explanation for that.
Okay.
Like she was Doctor Stranging over there in Europe, and like came back.
She mastered the mystical arts.
You know what? I'd accept it as long as you put it into the story. I'll accept it.
Okay.
You can't just magically be able to teleport though. That's crazy. That's how she got into town early. She didn't fly. She magically teleported. Remember earlier?
Oh yeah. It
She
was like,
flew
how
in
did
twice.
No, she didn't fly in. Yeah, the magical teleportation.
She teleported
because
the first
of
time.
the mist. Because of the magical mist.
She used the mist teleportation. Clearly solved it. Andrew, what would you change?
I think pretty much the same thing as you. In all honesty, I would want to increase the parallels between her and Batman. So I get that they're going for this Reaper look, so this Grim Reaper kind of vibe. But I would almost prefer it if the Phantasm was a murderous Batman. Really increase the parallels between these two characters of having lost parents and dedicated to a cause and gone over the edge a little bit, and show that she went over the edge a little bit further, and she understands Batman and what he went through. So I feel like if we remove the mist and magical powers and make her more of a like, I look like the Reaper to strike fear in you, but I'm someone who smashes through a window and punches people, or maybe uses knives and guns and does do killing, which Batman doesn't do. But I would have tried to draw her as a character who strikes fear as something a little bit more paralleled with Batman.
I get what you're saying, yeah, because really people shouldn't have been like, it was Batman when there's all that smoke and stuff. I mean, he uses smoke bombs sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes.
But like, she mostly just had like kind of a mask,
Yeah.
or a mask and a cape, and people were like, that's Batman. I'm like, hey guys, not all superheroes.
Not all cowls are Batmans.
Don't be racist towards people in cowls and capes. They're all different.
Don't you put that bad voodoo on Bruce?
Don't you assume that?
But yeah, I feel like we're on the same page then. Ease up on the magical powers and just make her fight more like Batman.
Wow. Okay, just one change for this movie.
One change. It's a tight movie. It's a tight hour 20 or hour 15 or whatever it is. They cram a lot of good movie into a little over an hour.
They concisely tell an incredible story. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
everyone who made this movie.
Yep.
We loved it.
And pay attention, everyone making Hollywood superhero movies. Not all of them need to be 3 hours. Sometimes you can tell more story in a tight hour 15 than you can in a 3-hour movie.
Avengers 4, take all the time you need.
That's the one except. That's why I said not. Some of them you get to be 3. All right. Some of them you get to be 2 to 3 hours, but you have to earn it. All right. Not all of them need to be 2 hours. I'm looking at you, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Like, not all of them need to be that long. Hour 15, you can tell a lot of story.
You can. Not to preemptively dump on anything, but I did check, and Aquaman's 2 hours and 25 minutes.
See, yeah, I feel like he didn't need at least 35 of those minutes.
I'm going to preemptively say that, even if the movie's good. Yeah. Like, this was such a tight little story.
Yeah. Tight.
Great movie.
Tight little story. And hopefully the same will be true next week. So thank you very much for listening, everyone. We are going to be back next week talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, boy.
It's fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great.
It looks like it's going to be fun.
We're going to have a real fun time. And I don't know the runtime of this movie, but so I hope we weren't just jerks and it's over 2 hours.
If it's over 2, if Spider-Verse is over 2 hours, I will be mad. Don't you dare do this, Spider Boy. You're good Spider Boys. You don't
Miles, no.
Miles is better than Peter. I can see this bullshit from Peter. But Miles, you know how to tell a tight story in 2 hours or less. Miles, you're better than this.
Peter's there though. Peter might have his bad influence.
I'll blame Peter if
his
it's
bad,
over 2 hours.
His bad runtime influence.
God
on
damn
Miles.
it, Peter. So we'll be back next week talking about that. In the meantime, if you want to get a hold of us, you can reach me on Twitter at Ivimey, Ivimey.
You can reach me at Words of Diana.
And you can reach both of us at From Superheroes. We'll see y'all next week to talk about the Spider Boys.
Whee! And some girls. There's 2 girls in it.
And the Spider Girls. And hams.